My name is Bill. I had always been involved in competitive sports, including weightlifting and participating in numerous 5K and 10K runs. When I began experiencing shortness of breath after mild physical activity, I decided to see a cardiologist.
I was diagnosed with hypertrophic obstructive cardiomyopathy, HOCM.
And from that moment, my life changed seemingly overnight. I am the one in 250 with HCM. I was told I could never compete in sports again, ever. I was told I could never weightlift again, ever. Over time, my HCM symptoms became serious enough that my physicians recommended I have a septal myectomy.
A myectomy is an open heart surgery that reduces the thickness of the heart muscle.
During the same surgery, I also had a mitral valve repaired, a Mays procedure, and an appendage clip to further reduce the risk of a major stroke. There were certainly some ups and downs during my recovery process, but I wake up grateful every single day for my beautiful life. I quickly realized that my condition didn't mean I needed to stop living. It just meant I needed to start living differently. I got educated about my disease through sources like the HCMA. Because of that intentionality, I learned to live life on my terms. I've learned to say yes to life instead of being a victim of my diagnosis. Together with my HCM care team, we created my plan. Although I realize I may never run a marathon or a 5K or a 10K, I could certainly walk one. When they said to reduce my intake of coffee, dessert, and wine, how devastating I know, I just adopted the mindset of everything in moderation. Coffee became decaf. Dessert became non-fat. And wine, well, wine just stayed wine, and I still drink it casually. It's about quality of life. My diagnosis prompted my mother to undergo some testing, and she too was also diagnosed with HCM. I later learned that my aunt was diagnosed with HCM years before my diagnosis and didn't tell anybody. My aunt wasn't aware that HCM wasn't genetic, so she didn't realize the importance of sharing her diagnosis with family members. Now, looking back on family history, I suspect there might have been others in the family who may have passed due to undiagnosed HCM. My cousin, a fit and seemingly healthy firefighter, went to sleep and just didn't wake up in his late 20s. They diagnosed him as crib death, which didn't even make sense at the time. But his heart just stopped in the middle of the night. And I've had other cousins from that same family that died of what they were thought to have been massive heart attacks, but no one ever took it any further. I now know the importance of discussing family heart health history. I hope you take a moment to discuss your family heart health history. Work-life balance hasn't always been easy for me with HCM, but my partner, John, and our two beautiful daughters are constant reminders of the importance of achieving balance and living my best life.